YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to this channel, make sure you drop down there, hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Today we actually got a good buddy of mine, Big Dog, in the house. Big Dog, what's up, brother?
What's up, Crypto Jay? Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you reaching out and having me on your show. It's an honor. So just love talking crypto. I love people who love crypto, and let's do it.
Absolutely. And today we were talking about a project that I know you're very excited about because you are absolutely a Theta Maxi. I love Theta myself. I've been in Theta a long time. And it's just a project that I really haven't covered on the channel just because generally I cover a lot of microcap projects. But I do think on these dips that we should be looking for good entry points in some of these blue chip projects. And I do think Theta is a blue chip. I see this easily being top 10. What do you think?
I honestly think this is the top 5 project. And I know I'm like obviously biased. I know people might be like, oh, he's talking his book. But I've studied this project because, look, crypto is a space where you have to know your project, right? You have to understand what you're invested in because a lot of cryptos, I think, and will go to zero.
Yeah.
So in this space, you have to understand, obviously the dynamics of you're your own central bank. You can totally mess up and lose all your coins and no one's there to bail you out. And also you have to understand the project. So the onus is on you here in this space. So I've studied it to the bone and I look at the team, amazing guys, very smart, brilliant people. I look at the partners. You've got Sony, Samsung, you've got Tencent, you've got, Ultra, I can just go on and on. Like, in fact, I made a giant mind map online of like a bunch of webs connecting different partners, connecting different partnerships between the partners. Google Cloud is a huge partner, and they have edge computing strategic alliances with so many other big corporations and telcos that honestly, it's mind-blowing. So the fact that Theta is a blockchain that has edge caching and edge computing capabilities is just next generation because the blockchain allows you, it's a trustless system, right? So it allows you to incentivize previously disjointed market participants, right? So why would I share my bandwidth and my compute power and get nothing in return, right? But now, you can get crypto in return. Awesome.
Exactly.
Sorry for going on rant.
No, absolutely, and I love it. And just for the people that are really just brand new to Theta, just kind of explain. It looks like a lot of people streaming on Theta already. I know BitBoy streaming on Theta. I know we should be streaming on Theta. I don't know if you streaming on Theta yet or not.
Yeah, we are. That's right. We are live on Theta TV.
Nice.
I'm dual casting to YouTube and Theta right now on my channel as well.
See, so I'm slipping.
We're there.
Yeah. So Theta's doing a lot. I think they're like the YouTube 2.0. Like you said, it says watch and earn T-Fuel. T-Fuel is the only thing in the market that's up right now. Obviously, we're going to talk about why too in this video with Mainnet 3.0 and just how much we've been waiting on this. Because I know I've been waiting on this. Again, this is a project where I don't know that we have any competitors in this space at all. I know we got NFTs coming out soon. Like you said, a lot of partnerships, a lot of big companies that are super interested in Theta. Obviously, they're still accumulating Theta because you could see just from our 24-hour volume is up 161% with over $500 million dumping into Theta right now. So this thing is a monster, as well as 86,000 people watching Theta T-Fuel right now. I wonder why.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just from a high level to summarize it for folks, Theta is a way to kind of move data around the world in a way that's working smarter, not harder. So it's overlaying a mesh network on top of the traditional content delivery network infrastructure. So that while you're watching something on Netflix, for example, whenever you have cached on your machine, you can simultaneously share it with those on the network and go peer to peer instead of right now when you stream on Netflix or Amazon Prime, it's like a hub and spoke. They stream, these data centers stream individually to every single person watching every single piece of content. So there's obviously a smarter way to do that, and the blockchain and Theta network enable 1 + 1 to equal 3 in this case. So I do believe there's synergy on the table. There's value, and when you can solve a problem, typically you are rewarded for that in the marketplace.
Absolutely. And there are plenty of rewards with Theta as well as staking rewards, which I am very excited about. That's something that I've been waiting for these T Fuel staking for a while now. I know you have too, because we've been talking about it and for a while. I'm really glad too that I bought more T Fuels than Theta, even though again I think they're both great and I think Theta's going to have a ton of upside. But I just think personally in the short term, especially with Mainnet talk coming out, and I mean you could explain why T Fuel right now is literally yesterday it was at an all-time high when there was so much uncertainty and doubt in the market. T Fuel and Theta just don't really care. And you know what's funny though? I remember it being like this before they pushed Mainnet off. It would always be like Bitcoin was going on this downtrend, and T Fuel and Theta were just pumping like crazy. And you can just see that this is obviously this big influx in volume. This is obviously big institutions, big people that have their eyes on Theta right now. So can you explain kind of like Mainnet and what we can expect with this 3.0?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're very astute because I'm sure you watch a lot more coins than I do to have noticed that dynamic. Whenever Bitcoin tends to go up, Theta, when it was a lot less well known, would get smoked. Very
Yeah.
volatile. And then when Bitcoin would go down, a lot of times it seemed to me that Theta had kind of an inverse relationship still there. So we have a mainnet 3.0 deployment, as you mentioned, coming up here at the end of the month. And what we're going to be seeing is the turning on of basically an ecosystem where, so Theta is the governance token. That is what the big partner, that's really meant for kind of big partner platforms and people who want to help secure the blockchain. They stake their Theta. It's a dual layer Byzantine fault tolerance consensus mechanism. So you have validator nodes that are staking Theta, and they are responsible for creating blocks. And then you have the guardian nodes, which also stake Theta, and those are mainly for average Joes like myself who want to be part of the solution here. And we're staking Theta, and we're doing an aggregated signature gossip and basically just confirming that the blocks being generated are legit and everything looks good, right? So also Theta will eventually have a vote in terms of governance decisions down the road once Theta becomes more decentralized. Hey, up for a vote, should we increase or decrease T-Fuel, inflation on Theta, whatever it is, and then everyone who's staked Theta, I guess, gets a vote in that. And that's why I think the big partner platforms are really going to want the Theta. And that's important. And the supply is capped of Theta. There only will be ever 1 billion. What's turning on here in 3.0 is T-Fuel staking. And so, T-Fuel is the operational token of the Theta blockchain. And so, it wouldn't make sense to have partner platforms, giving T-Fuel or Theta out to their users if there's only 1 billion, right? So you need a token that's more flexible and more plentiful than the governance token. So T-Fuel was created. And so basically, what good is a decentralized mesh network of bandwidth and computing sharing nodes if you don't have enough people running the nodes, right? Makes sense. So the team sat down and said, okay, we have to incentivize people spinning up these nodes. And so they said, okay, we're going to make it so you can stake your T-Fuels in your edge node. And that way you get a yield on your T-Fuel for participating as an edge node. Great. So that's turning on right now. All validator nodes and guardian nodes that are staking Theta are allocated a 5% T-Fuel inflation rate per year. So 5% of new T-Fuel comes online every year and gets paid to those staking Theta. Coming online now for T-Fuel, gosh, I'm getting a little bit rusty because I haven't live streamed in a few weeks, but I believe they settled on, is it 4% T-Fuel inflation? Someone in my comments on my channel can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's 4%. And right now, I think we're only seeing about 13% or so T-Fuel of overall T-Fuel is staked to edge nodes. So that 4% is going to be split up by a very few number of participants. So they're going to see a disproportionate amount of T-Fuel yield. And so eventually the market's going to catch up to this and say, oh my gosh, look at these people just killing it on staking their T-Fuel. Well, what's going to happen, right? A bunch of people are going to go out and buy T-Fuel and stake it. And therefore the price of T-Fuel will come down and the yield, the price of T-Fuel will go up and the yield on T-Fuel will go down because more will be staked. So right now is just a really opportune time to get T-Fuel. And in fact, back at 40 to 1, I have for those on my channel, I'm sharing my screen, I have a Theta to T-Fuel price ratio chart over time. You can see just about on the 22nd of April, it was a 40 to 1 price relationship, meaning Theta was 40 times more expensive than T-Fuel. That was the most recent opportune time to load up on T-Fuel before. Right now it's at 15 to 1 approximately. So people in anticipation of Mainnet have already been taking action and gobbling up this T-Fuel. That's why T-Fuel is green in the sea of red today.
Absolutely.
Rambling.
Oh no, you're totally right though. It is a sea of red, and then you just see T-Fuel just pumping away. And look at this. It's crazy. There's so many things that are down, and T-Fuel is the only thing pumping. It reminds me of just where we were at just a few months ago. I think it was in March before they pushed it out, that mainnet, and then you pushed out the mainnet and price went down, and a lot of people bought that dip again because they are long on this project, and it's really important too. And I touched on that in my last video, just as far as how early we are in this market. Our entire crypto market is worth $1.4 trillion, where the stock market is worth $95 trillion. The forex market is $4.2 quadrillion, and we are under $1 trillion on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin just earlier this year was over $1 trillion. So plenty of room in this market for a lot of money to come flowing in. And it seems like money likes T-Fuel right now, and I don't blame them. Again, a lot of bullish news, a lot of big companies getting involved in this project. I don't give financial advice on my channel. Just your homie Crypto J bringing you guys news. To me, this Mainnet 3.0 is the hottest thing on the internet, obviously, as far as cryptocurrency, because look, we're the only thing pumping right now. And T-Fuel is literally sitting close to a new all-time high again. Just yesterday, we made an all-time high. And here we are, looking like we are trying to do it again today. I'm just watching this number go up. We're at 57 now. So I really, really like T-Fuel. I like where they're going. I could say a million times, I think we were super early. Where do you see T-Fuel and Theta going now? You got a price prediction that you could see on this project?
I always get nervous putting out price predictions.
Same.
But it seems like Theta's basing around this $8 or $9 area as a point of a launching pad position. So honestly, I think it'll go at least 3x personally, nice. Especially because I'm pretty sure that there's a reason they delayed this. I'm pretty sure they're going to do more than just turn on the new ecosystem. And I have a gut feeling that there will be some other sort of announcement or icing on the cake with this 3.0, like maybe a new big time advisor or maybe a new exchange listing. And boy, wouldn't Coinbase be nice?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I really think there's going to be a kicker that's going to just make it go kick on the afterburners. Just my gut feeling.
Yeah.
Will I be depressed and sell all my Theta? If not, no, not at all. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's been suspiciously devoid of ability of places to buy it, right? And a byproduct of that might be, well, there's only 1 billion and 60% of Theta is staked.
Yeah.
So where are you going to buy a liquidity pool of Theta without making it go moonshot?
Yeah.
So that might be a component of it. But yeah, you're right. We're so early in the whole market and in terms of Theta, because one of my buddies came over and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you into Theta. I'm gonna help you buy it. And so he's like, okay, now what do I do? I've got my Exodus wallet up. What do I do? And I'm like, okay, so you need to get a VPN. You need to connect in through Ireland. You need to go to Mandala Exchange and create an account under a bogus email address that you create now as well. Like Mr. Man 6969 at gmail.com, like just make it whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, whoa, hold on. That's a lot of steps, man. I don't know if I'm ready for that, right? So just the fact that getting your hands on the stuff is so hard, and it's already rank 18 on CoinMarketCap.
True.
It's absurd.
Yeah. It's crazy. And yeah, you're right. There's almost 250,000 people watching this on CoinMarketCap right now. And like you said too, that's the number one thing. Like whenever I tell people about Theta, they're like, okay, well, where do I buy it? And it's like it was a thing for me. I was like, where do I buy it? I had to get it off a simple swap. But as this becomes more accessible, as this becomes more accessible, definitely. And you said 3x, and a lot of people are like, oh, 3x is not a lot. Well, that's talking about going from an 8 billion market cap to like 24 billion. And, you're talking about in terms of the end of the cycle, right? Or what do you see? I mean, it's hard to say. What do you see 5 years from now? I definitely see a ton of upside with this project. Personally, myself, I think we're really early. Again, really early on the whole space, in my opinion. Very manipulated market. I think if Bitcoin has this super cycle, like you said, we can see some serious upside to T-Fuel or to Theta. I think a lot of people are going to be flowing into T-Fuel, though, that really like Theta, because the market cap is $2.9 billion. And this can have some upside. I mean, people were saying $5 into the year. I don't think it's out of the picture if we see a 6-figure Bitcoin and Mainnet coming out and being solid. I see a lot of big demand running into this T-Fuel. Obviously, this thing is just skyrocketing. Look at this chart; it's just a straight line on the 1 year or on the all-time. So, and the same thing year to date, looking very parabolic still. Another day of green seas, and I like. You know what? I was kind of upset that they waited until June for this mainnet, but now with where the state of the market, I'm glad that they did this. I'm glad because this thing is keeping my portfolio very green right now, and I'm not mad at it at all. Actually, I'm kind of loving Theta right now.
Yeah, totally, absolutely. It's been nice, and imagine if this is the bottom of the overall crypto market, and then we start launching towards the end of the month, and then Theta launches on top of that launch. You know what I mean? It's like a double whammy for Theta in terms of Theta outperforming, in Sats. And for those on my channel, I actually have a Bitcoin to Theta price ratio chart, and it's a beautiful thing to see. There's these beautiful waves of Theta creeping up on Bitcoin in terms of outperforming it. It's a very nice steady little sine wave towards the bottom, all the way down. So it's really nice to see that. And I did an analysis. I said, hey, let's try and make this tangible. So I went, Spotify is public, and so I took their 10K filing from the end of 2020, I believe it was. And I looked at how much they're spending on CDN costs, i.e. how much they're paying data centers to push their content around the internet. And then, Theta Labs has implemented the Theta network on their Theta.tv platform. And I think they said they were saving like 40 to 45% of CDN costs that they were spending previously, which is their largest expense, which is what led them to create this, to solve this problem. And I said, okay, well, let me take a haircut to that. I think I used like 30 or 35%. Let's assume Spotify could save 30 or 35% of their CDN costs every year.
Mhm.
My calculations, and I have a financial background, so I was like, okay, what does this do for annual operating cash flow? I think it tripled their annual operating cash flow. And in the finance world, if you can triple your EBITDA, which is earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, which is a proxy for annual operating cash flow, you can do what's called a dividend recapitalization. Meaning, okay, you go to the banks and you say, hey guys, look, we're getting a stable 3x higher annual cash flow. That means we can take out 3 times as much debt on our balance sheet, and then or just take out take on the debt on your balance sheet and then issue a dividend with the cash to your shareholders. So, I mean, it'll be the equity holders will see companies doing this, and shareholders getting filthy dividends from that. And managers of other companies that spend a lot on CDN costs will say, "Oh my goodness, it's actually my fiduciary duty as the steward of this company. It's my job to maximize shareholder value, and in order to do my fiduciary duty, I have to, this looks like something I need to look into, the Theta network." And
Yeah.
so that's just one component, the edge caching. There's edge computing too, which is maybe even cooler. So anyway, sorry, I'll stop there.
Oh no, I love it, man. I'm so big on Theta. I'm actually watching this guy stream right now. He's playing Fortnite. So this is
That's
and
awesome.
yeah, and it's just so clean. There's no lag, um, and it's just like it's a smooth, you know, thing. I mean, sometimes I'm watching Twitch and those guys are lagging like crazy because they're streaming. But Theta, there's just not a lot of lag. I don't see
Yeah, it's
any
crisp.
lag.
It's real crisp. And they hold patents on like VR lag reducing technology, like it like tracks where your eyes move or something, and it only like shows you a crispy screen wherever you're looking. And so by blurring where you're not looking, it actually lets you save on like bandwidth costs. I mean, I think that's one of theirs, or they have something like that. They have a few patents like that, and the Theta Labs was granted three patents now on Theta, like for the technology that is Theta, like one of which being off-chain micropayments, stuff
Nice.
like that for scalability, and if you'll allow me, I'll talk about this one Samsung Next article. So Samsung Next is the venture capital arm of Samsung, which is invested in Theta Labs. They had a great article where Mitch Liu, the CEO of Theta Labs, had a guest quote, and basically the whole article was about the metaverse and how we interact with data, and the world is going to change drastically over the coming decade. And picture like a set of smart glasses that look very similar to just your regular everyday glasses, because it'll eventually become more of just an input output device of what you're seeing, where all of the computing will be done at the edge, uh, and so it'll allow for the need for in-device processing power will go down significantly, which will mean the batteries will last longer. Or rather, the device will use less power, and therefore, lighter, lesser batteries will need to go in them. Therefore, making the objects we have much more compact and mobile. And so, picture yourself on the beach, watching the waves come in with your smart glasses, and you're watching Netflix up on the top right of your vision there. Um, and all of the computing and caching is done at the edge of the cloud there, powered by the Theta network. I mean, this is going to be huge technology.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like I said, I'm loving Theta right now. Even though I was hating the timing before, maybe those guys were even seeing something that we weren't seeing, as far as this Wyckoff event that's going on, or speculatively going on with Bitcoin. Maybe they saw this being a better time to launch this. I mean, it could be possible. It could be possible that they saw all these events coming, and trends forming, and they decided to hold off for that purpose because they wanted to drive some excitement in a time of fear. And overall, I mean, I'd say I was mad at them. I was mad at Theta like last month, but it's hard to be mad. T-Fuel's at an all-time high, and Bitcoin is kind of correcting. I think again we're gonna probably test 30K. We got support at 30K. We got support at 24. Under that, we got support at 19. I doubt that it goes down to that 19. Maybe it goes down to 24. Probably likely will go down to 30 and then bounce off of there. We talked about the fear greed index on my channel earlier today in that video that I posted. We did a whole Bitcoin breakdown. But again, Theta and T-Fuel not really caring about what the market sentiment is. They are just like, yeah. I mean, Theta's seen a little bit of the dip, but honestly, not that bad. Still very bullish. Nice. If you look at the all-time chart, nice cup and handle still playing out very slowly. This could easily cup here, dip a little bit, and then be off to the races along with Bitcoin, in my opinion. Take a little while, but yeah, it's on sale. I mean, I wish I would have caught it when it dropped down to like around $6 or something like that. What was the low or whatever? What was the low?
I hit like 4 or 5.
Really? Oh man.
If I would, that was brutal. That was a huge fire sale.
I know. I really would have got it. I think if you can ever catch this thing under $5, which I really don't think will be possible anymore. But if you ever catch this thing that low ever again, definitely not
anything else.
Yeah, no, not financial advice, but definitely that is a steal in my opinion. Again, Theta's ranked number 18 right now. It peaked at around what was its peak? Around $14, almost $15.
15 and change, I think.
15 and change? Oh wow, nice.
I definitely saw 15 at one point intraday.
Yeah.
I remember that fondly.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm very long.
Like, the market cap of Netflix is 200 billion with a B, right? Yeah. And I think Theta is more of a disruptive tech than Netflix. So I mean, just conservatively transition that over to Theta. There are 1 billion tokens. So a $200 billion market cap would mean $200 Theta.
Absolutely. And I mean,
that's conservative in my opinion.
Yeah, and you look at the gaming space too. I mean, like even high schools, like my high school now, they have an e-gaming team, just like they have a football team, basketball team. Now they got e-gaming, and I swear to you, man, this new generation it's evolving, dude. And who knows? These things can all be streamed off of Theta one day. If they get contracts with some of these bigger people like Call of Duty, who knows? If they start streaming their stuff on here, it's going to drive a lot of attention. Again, it's not really lagging. I could see a lot of these big streamers and people with humongous followings getting into Theta because it's just a better streaming experience than, Twitch and all these other platforms. And you're earning through watching too. So it's going to attract a lot of the people who are just want to view this type of content because, you're going to get paid just for watching people play games and looking at strategies and stuff like that in games that you already play. So why not earn while you're watching? It just makes sense. I like Theta a lot, so super bullish on it.
Yeah, and when VR gets big too, I mean, I could see T-Fuel being like the world reserve currency of VR land.
Yeah, definitely. And I always say that cryptocurrency and video games go together like peanut butter and jelly. Gamers just love cryptocurrency. Amen. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of these guys, they're in the tech world. They stay behind a computer. They play games. And, I think this gaming space has a big future. And Theta is definitely a good thing, in my opinion, to diversify into. I always tell people to diversify because, you don't ever want your chips all in one basket. But Theta is a great basket to have some of your chips in my opinion. Not financial advice, of course. Got to say that a million times. Absolutely. But yeah, I say
that too. That goes for me too. Everyone listening, not financial advice.
Yeah, exactly. We're just two people trading on our computers and not financial consultants. Mm-hmm. But again, just bringing you guys news each and every day. Really like Theta. Yeah, you got anything else to add on it?
Yeah, I was a funny anecdote if you'll amuse me.
Uh-huh.
I logged on to my Mandala, which is they use it's another exchange almost identical to Binance. They use the Binance cloud liquidity pools,
Mm.
and I felt like such a you know spoiled brat because I logged on to like one of my accounts and I was like, oh my gosh, I just have like 11,000 theta chilling here. I
Really?
swear to you, I did not know it was there. And because I'm a big like proof of keys, like Trace Mayer, like keep all your coins in your own possession, like off the exchanges. So to
Mm.
me, just so sloppy to have that much data on like an exchange and not know about it. So it's like the ultimate, how like when you're doing your laundry and you find $10 in your jeans,
Yeah,
like I just had the ultimate version of that
that's
today.
funny.
So it was pretty wild.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm actually
Yeah.
still trying to get into one of my old Coinbase accounts. That was my goal for today is see how much money's in that Coinbase account. And I have a feeling that it's going to be the same type of thing. But that's the thing, you buy something and then you hold on to it and you forget about it almost. And then you come back to it and then you made a whole bunch of money. And that's honestly what I think will happen to a lot of people with crypto if they just hodl. And historically, that's just worked with these blue chip projects. The people that hodl tend to make the most money, especially in blue chips. A lot of blue chips this year already have reached all time highs. So if you were to just have been holding since last year, things like Theta and other projects with a lot of long term, there's a lot of meme coins out there. A lot of people invest in that,
Hmm.
and there's nothing wrong with investing in that stuff, but just understand that the things that have utility are the things that will last. Like you said, a lot of these things are going to go to freaking dang near zero. A couple of them might even go to zero. But if you're investing in things that you believe in that have utility and you just dollar cost average through this market, those people tend to make the most money in cryptocurrency. And I think that's one thing that people need to understand is that, this space is still young and, you don't lose money if you don't sell. If anything, the people that hold on, and like you said, you just checked again and you're like, oh crap, it's found a whole bunch of money, So you
Yeah.
so I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
There's people that log into their accounts that they haven't been in a long time, and they find out that they have hundreds of thousands of dollars in there. Some people even find out they have millions of dollars in there. Some people walked away for so long that they forgot their information, and there's millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in their wallet that they can't even access. So,
I
definitely,
know. It's wild.
yeah.
How do you think the FBI got a hold of that Bitcoin recovered from that ransomware attack on the Colonial Pipeline? Did you hear about that?
I heard about that this morning. I didn't do too much research into that, but I was that the one where the FBI had to get involved and all that stuff. And
Yeah, yeah,
what?
yeah. They were like they're not disclosing how they recovered like what is it, 4.5 million from ransom paid for that. And
Yeah.
I can only assume that they just like somehow got a hold of the private key
Yep. That's
from the group. So
that's what everybody's
that's
kind of
my
saying. And
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, anyway, yeah, I measure my theta and thetas. Like
yeah,
I don't care. You can't get so fixated on these, green Illuminati baseball cards.
exactly.
In my opinion. So,
Yeah.
I try not to look at the price so much. It's honestly my wife who like wakes up at 3 a.m., checks the theta price, and will like, um, you know, get all into it. So it's pretty funny to watch that because she used to be super disinterested
Yeah.
and not care at all. So it's been a funny conversion for her into
Yeah.
that into
It's
the world.
and I don't ever worry about my theta. That's the thing. I'm like you. Like you just walk away from it. And you just forget about it. That's why like
Yeah.
I posted something on IG the other day and I was like, here's a bag that I don't talk about very much, but my theta's just absolutely crushing it. That's why I posted on IG yesterday. And I'm like, look, not a financial advisor, but this mainnet's going to be a big deal. I've been posting about it in my Telegram for the past couple of days, and literally everybody's watching these other coins, and I'm like, guys, Theta's doing a thing again. It's doing that thing where
Nudge, nudge.
yeah, the market's going down and Theta's going up. It's looking like a repeat of how it's been prior to the little setback that we had. So I definitely see this project gaining more traction. I don't think that we've seen an all-time high for our Theta. Definitely. already doing some parabolic action with T-Fuel in the short term too, as well as I'm sure in the long term. Um, a lot of people getting in on this Theta. You're already streaming on Theta. I feel like I'm behind now. I gotta get on Theta because I think that this platform is going to be big. Even just watching this stream, like zero lag, it's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah, and Jay, I don't know if you're looking, but I think our live stream is single-handedly making T-Fuel pump because we're at like 58 cents.
Nice. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's pretty aggressive.
Jeez, it wants 60 cents bad. This is gonna.
It does.
We're gonna
once
see.
It passes 60, you know it's gonna jump to like 63 real quick,
Sheesh.
and then pull back to 61.
Yeah, dude, this thing is just going. This thing's going. It's an exciting time to be a part of Theta.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the thing. There's always opportunity. Like the market is so small, and that's why I say there's always opportunity in this market. You just got to be up on your research. You got to be. But I'm glad I found Theta. I mean, you told me about Theta. I've had other people tell me about Theta. You're way earlier than me on Theta. I know you're holding way more bags than me, but I'm just glad that I'm in on it again. I think that we're really early. I see in the long term a lot of people saying $1,000 Theta one day. You know, hard to say. Hard to say. I mean, if it goes to $100, that'd be pretty cool too. But
absolutely, and I'm pretty sure it will.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it will too. With the like I said,
year
yeah. I mean, shoot, that's the thing. You invest in these blue chips, and they just have a ton of upside. Even things like Chainlink, you know, like look at Chainlink. It was at like 0.00001, and then now look, it's at like $50 over the past couple years. But it's outperformed so many coins. I see that being the same kind of situation with Theta and T-Fuel because it has such a utility, and it's just like not a lot of competition for what it's doing and what it serves as. I just see this being a big deal, and I like it. I like T-Fuel. I'm watching it rip up to new all time, all smiles right now. I'm like, dude, rest of my portfolio, man, not looking so much, but my Theta and my T-Fuel, I'm watching this, and I ain't mad at it at all.
You're in good hands. I mean, the team behind Theta, I met them. They're very nice people. I get a vibe of like strong confidence in the project after I met them in person on several occasions, and they have, you know, the founder of YouTube is a strategic advisor, and Theta is structured to be platform agnostic, so anyone can really implement it if they want to, you know, and they have the first completely decentralized streaming platform via their edge node. To me, that's like landing a person on the moon for the first time in crypto land. There's no central party involved in streaming on their edge node. Beautiful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. And I'm definitely probably going to be shopping for some Theta today. Not financial advice, guys. Just your homie Crypto Jake bringing you news each and every day. Got my boy Big Dog with me. I think we cut it here. We're about at almost 40 minutes. What do you think? Got anything else?
Yeah, sounds good. And we'll have to do this again sometime soon. And thanks for having me on your channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me on your channel, dude. I think that this was awesome. It's definitely collab. I know a lot of people are looking for Theta updates. I think we just gave probably one of the best Theta updates that I think has been given on Theta. So we definitely got to... Yeah, we definitely got to do this again. Maybe we get some other big Theta holders also just to talk about how stoked we are and even through all this fear and doubt in the market. But again, guys, Theta's on sale right now. T-Fuel reaching new all-time highs. We'll see where this goes. And we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Thanks, Jay.